Hello everybody, it's KhalifPVP bringing another Overwatch video. This time I'm going to talk about ELO Hell. Yes, Yellow Hell. There's plenty of videos on YouTube about the lack of Yellow Hell and how it's all a myth. And there's also even more videos on YouTube on how to get out of Yellow Hell. I'm here to talk about what I think is Yellow Hell, and more specifically, what Blizzard can do to eliminate Yellow Hell in future seasons. Now, I want to make a note that I do not believe I am a grandmaster player. Well, I don't think you're ever gonna see me in any sort of tournament. I would personally place myself in a average to just a little bit above average player. I would say I'm not grandmaster. Maybe not even high diamonds. For the most part, I would say I am roughly anywhere from high platinum to low diamonds. That's where I believe my skill set is. So most of the kind of guides, so to speak, that teach you how to get out of ELO hell, it really boils down to communicate. You just gotta communicate, and you will be fine. Kind of some variation thereof. And then the kind of the videos that say, oh, ELO hell doesn't exist, goes a little something like this. It goes, well, you're not really good enough to be, in the higher ranks, alright? If you were good, you would win. So all of these tips and suggestions are great if it wasn't for two simple things. One is, not everybody communicates. Some people just don't even join voice chat, right? And those that do, some of them they don't like to listen. They want to play their own way, and that's it. And the biggest issue I think that faces is, at least for the second aspect, you just got to be better, is people that blatantly throw games. And it's very common in low diamonds, platinums, and gold, where they just completely blazingly throw games. You can see it in this match right here. We have a duo of Torbjorn and Hanzo, right? They haven't been switching at all. They play the same exact thing, and we have one healer, which is me, that are trying to attempt to heal the whole entire team. And this Torb you can watch coming up is blatantly throwing the game. And the Hanzo, Hanzo could be a really good character if you get a lot of headshots, if you're landing those kills. But our Hanzo's not landing those kills, right? I mean, he is not doing a single thing that's beneficial to the team. In fact, I think he's actually a detriment to the team, because he's probably just helping the opposing team get ult charges faster. So what we have in this situation is, look, he just ulted right now, and it's a single ult. He didn't get a single kill, right? Anyway, what we have right now is a situation where it's essentially a 4-on-6, and I freely admitted that I'm not a grandmaster or a master or high diamonds where I can carry the team based on my amazing skills, right? I'm not like a tracer that is so great that I can pretty much solo harass the whole entire team and pretty much solo kill the whole entire team. I am not that type of player. I am an average to a little bit above average player, and what we have end up happening is I don't have the talents to carry my team to a victory. Now, my time to play this game is very limited, right? I have a 9-to-5 job, and I really only have about 4 or so hours a day to play, right? So I come home at 5, have a little bit of an hour or so before the missus comes home, and then all of a sudden, we go to the gym, eat dinner, and by the time that's over, it's about 8 o'clock. 8:30 maybe, and I have maybe till like 10 o'clock, 10:30ish before I gotta go back to sleep, right? So for me, I can get anywhere from 6 to 7 games or so, right? And that to me is the problem, right? My current run rate, or so to speak, is about 90 or so SR per win or loss, right? So if I lose three games, I get about negative 90 SR. If I win 3 games, I get around 90 being the lower end, and like 100 or so being the higher. Unless, of course, I beat a team that is way superior than my team is. and we get this upset, right? But generally speaking, it's about a toss up of 90, right? But so what ends up happening is, I'll go on a losing streak, right? And most of the losing streaks that I'll have is because of a throwaway, of a guy that's blatantly throwing the game, or because somebody that's just there that is unwilling to communicate. So here's a prime example of that type of player. If you watch this next segment of the clip, you'll see this Widowmaker just does not switch out of Widowmaker at all, and half the time she's not even sniping. She's running around and gunning you with her assault rifle, right? And we are just at such a huge disadvantage because of that. So enough of the complaining, right? And I promise that I'll talk about what I believe Blizzard could do to alleviate this. So here are my thoughts as to alleviate ELO hell. I believe, for a loss, I think you still need to get negative SR, so you stop what I call of Duty-ness, right? Where people are just like, oh, I'm just going to get like the top stats, not really help my team. And now, I'll just get a higher SR. So I believe that, you need to get a negative SR for a loss. But I think you should be able to mitigate those SR loss by, doing things. So what could some of these things be? So I think, for example, having gold in objective time. Clearly, you're on the objective. You're doing something, right? The point of the game is to be on the objective. So if you're on the objective, gold objective, lower the SR loss that you face. If you have a lot of objective kills, for example, lower the SR again. And then I would say things that are class specific, right? So class specific things like, for example, Reinhardt, right in front of us. Reinhardt, the amount of damage blocked. It's not the most perfect solution for, you could, I guess theoretically you can just run it, stay in front of somebody and soak up as much damage as possible. But that's why, one of the things we say is you're still going to get a SR loss for a loss, so you're still going to get negative SR. But in the case of Reinhardt, the damage block mitigates some of that SR loss, right? If you're a healer, specifically if you're a solo healer, like the heal percentage or what have you, right, mitigates some of those SR loss. And even for things like Hanzo, right? There's a great video, I think by Donkey, of him playing Hanzo and just consistently getting headshots, consistently getting kills. If that's the case, I don't think that person should have the same amount for a loss, right? If I'm playing Hanzo and I'm getting headshots left, right, and center, and I'm completely destroying the other team, but my team is just garbage, I don't think I should suffer, as such a drastic SR loss as I should. And I think that's the big issue right now. It just feels as if, if I have a really, really terrible teammate, if I get unlucky and have a terrible teammate, one that throws the game away, one that doesn't communicate, doesn't do whatever, and we're really playing at a handicap, it just feels, largely like you're in ELO hell. And that is one of the main reasons that those that believe in ELO hell, one of the big suggestions is, you just gotta play with a group of 6. That's how you get out of ELO hell. And I agree with that, but unfortunately, some of us can't really dedicate that much time to get a team going. Don't really play in I guess your typical peak times to really get a party going, and it just alienates a lot of solo queue players. And we just, I think being able to mitigate somehow, it's fine, I'm losing, but at least I'm not going to lose as much SR, I think will be a fantastic addition to Overwatch next season, so seasons in the future. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are on ELO hell. Did I, am I completely off base? Do you, are you in the camp that it's a myth? And if so, what can an average player do to get out of it, to get out of ELO hell? Because right now, to be honest, for season 3, I did my placement matches a bit late, and I'm a bit disheartened, so to speak, to play competitive, because oftentimes I get a blatant throw in my matches, right? I'm more than fine with losing matches, but if it's like somebody that's not switching characters because they don't want to, they don't want to communicate, they don't want to switch. Like in the case of this sniper, if it's in the case of a blatant throw like the previous match, it's really disheartening. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And until next time, it's Khalif PvP. Peace!
Wow, I didn't even get an achievement for that. I'm at a lot. 30. Watch the payload, guys. Yeah. Kidding me. Yeah, what of those sucks dick. Sorry. Had to be said. What a quick play, fuck boy. Look, that was your opportunity to get a kill. Oh, we got one.